Basically, what we just did was copy worksheets from one workbook to another. And what we're going to do next is we're going to be moving worksheets from one workbook to another. So we still want 6 Hurry Quip open. And we're also going to open up her backhoe. So we'll go to File and Open. And her backhoe is pinned, so we're just going to select it. And we're going to move sheet 1 from her backhoe into 6-Hurry Quip. So we're going to right-click on the sheet, and we're going to go to Move or Copy. And we're going to select 6-Hurry Quip as our book, our workbook. And we do want this to be moved to the end. And because we are moving this sheet, we are not going to create a copy. Okay? We're going to take the original and put it into a different workbook. So what we're going to do is click OK. Okay, and then you can see that it did indeed take that sheet and place it in here. And you might notice that it closed her backhoe because that was the only sheet in the workbook. There is nothing else in there. So at this point, we are going to rename some of our sheets. The sheet 1 at the beginning, we're going to rename and call Equipment Hours. And the sheet 2 at the end, we're going to rename and call Backhoe. And then we're going to go into our Loader tab, or our Front Loader tab. We're going to select a range of cells and we're going to give them a name. So we're going to highlight B4 through E4. I'm going to click up in our name box and we're going to key in Front Loader Hours. And then we're going to highlight B10 through E10. And we're going to give that range a name, highlight the name, and we are going to call this Front Loader Hours in Use. And we'll go into our Tractor tab. We're going to highlight B4 through E4, and we're going to name this Tractor. Let's see, I believe it is Tractor Hours. Actually, it looks like they want forklift, so let's go into forklift. Don't want to do the wrong thing here. And so within our forklift tab, we want forklift hours. Whoops. Make sure you click up here in the name box. There we go. And then down here, this is going to be forklift hours in use. And now they want us to go in the Tractor tab. Highlight B4 through E4. And this is Tractor Hours. And I bet you can't guess what this is called. Tractor Hours in Use. And we're basically doing the same thing for backhoe. Highlighting B4 through E4. And that is backhoe hours. And then we've got B10 through E10, backhoe hours in use. And now we're going to go to equipment hours, and this is kind of like a summary sheet. I'm going to activate cell C4, and we're going to key in equal sum, FR, and then you'll notice that it actually has our range names displayed, and we want front loader hours, so we're just going to double click on that. And we don't have to type anymore. And we'll put the right parenthesis in and press enter. And so you can kind of tell what we need to enter here. So we're going to do another equal sum. And this is front loader, so we'll start with FR. And this is front loader hours in use. Double click, right parenthesis, press enter. And we're doing our forklift one, so it's going to be equal sum, FOR. And if you want to get rid of some of the other choices, you can actually enter fork, and then you'll see forklift hours. So we're going to double click, right parenthesis and enter, and we'll key in equal sum, fork, and we want forklift hours in use. Right parenthesis, enter. So we're going to do another one, equal sum tractor, and as you key it in, you will notice that the list gets smaller. And once you see tractor hours, double click, right parenthesis and enter, and then we've got equal sum. And again, we're going to key in tractor. We want tractor hours in use, right parenthesis and enter. And then we've got backhoe, so we've got equal sum, backhoe hours, double click, right parenthesis and enter, and one more, equal sum, we're going to key in backhoe, going to select backhoe hours in use, right parenthesis and enter. And at this point, we have all of our functions entered, and it's added those ranges of cells together, and it is displaying the results. So now they would like us to go back and make a couple adjustments to some of the data. So we're going to go into front loader, and we're going to change E4, and it should be 415, and we are going to change it to 426. And we're going to go to cell C6, and we're changing that from 6 to 14. Going to go into our forklift tab, going to change E4 to 426, and then we're going to change D8 from 4 to 12. And they want us at this point to select all of the tabs. So I'm going to click the first, shift and click on the last one. And what they would like is for us to insert a header that prints our name at the left, the page number in the middle, and the current date on the right. Now this should look familiar because we have done this before. So we're going to go to Insert, Header and Footer. And we're going to click in the left box. And we said that in the left box, they want our name. So you're going to key in your first and last name. In the center, I'm going to click in that box. They want the page number. So we're going to hit page number. And then in the right, they want the current date. So we're going to click over on the right, and we are going to enter the current date. And you'll notice when we click away, it actually displays it. So at this point, we're going to hit save and save all of our changes you do not need to print. And if we go back into normal view, we're going to actually ungroup these. So I'm just going to right click and ungroup the sheets, and let's save this again. Now at this point, they want all open workbooks closed. So let's close. Make sure we don't have anything else open. And we're going to go to File and Open. Okay, so usually when you go into File, Open is selected. If it's not, go ahead and click on it. And we do want Recent selected. And at this point, we are going to unpin the workbooks that we previously pinned. So if we just click on the pins, that will unpin them, or you can right-click and choose Unpin from List, okay, whatever you prefer. And now we're going to click on the back button and get out of Backstage View.